Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the language of big business. Today we're diving into a report from Manhattan Associates, but don't worry, it's not about finding the best brunch spots in the city. This one is a bit more corporate than that. This report is dated March 5, 2025, and it's about some changes at the top and how those changes affect a key player's compensation. In short, we're talking about a CEO stepping into a new role and what that means for his wallet. So let's get into the heart of the matter. Manhattan Associates, a company focused on supply chain and omnichannel commerce, announced that Eddie Capel, the former president and CEO, is transitioning to the role of executive vice chairman. Eric Clark is taking over as the new president and CEO. Think of it like a star quarterback moving into a coaching position. It's a big shift and it has financial implications, which we'll decode. To make this transition official, Manhattan Associates amended Capel's employment agreement. This is like rewriting the rules of the game a little bit. The original agreement was from 2018, so it was time for an update to reflect Capel's new role. Here's where the money comes in. With Capel moving to executive vice chairman, his annual base salary is being reduced to $507,500. While that's still a very significant amount, it's a decrease from his previous compensation as CEO. This is pretty typical when someone takes on a less demanding role. Now, what about his stock options? The agreement says that his unvested stock units, meaning stock that he hasn't fully earned yet, will continue to vest or become fully his according to the original schedule. Basically, he won't lose out on the stock he was promised, as long as he continues to serve as a director on the board. The board or compensation committee, which are groups within the company that make decisions about pay, will decide on any future stock or equity awards. So, while he's still eligible for more, it's up to them to determine how much and what kind. Another change is that Capel will no longer participate in the company's annual bonus plan that is based on performance. This makes sense, as his role is now less directly tied to the day-to-day operations and financial results of the company. However, he will continue to be eligible for other benefits available to executives. The agreement can be terminated by either Capel or the company at any time. It's also expected to end if Capel transitions to a non-executive role while still on the board, meaning he steps down from being an active employee but remains a board member. Now for a bit of corporate jargon, a change of control. This usually means the company is sold or merges with another company. If this happens, Capel's stock units will remain in effect. If after a change of control, the company terminates Capel's employment without a good reason, like poor performance, that's what cause usually means, or if Capel quits because of significant negative changes in his job, then his stock units will fully vest. This is a pretty standard protection for executives in these situations, ensuring they're not unfairly penalized if the company is sold. There's also a clause about parachute payments. This is designed to prevent Capel from receiving excessive severance payments that could be considered unfair to shareholders if the company is acquired. The agreement aims to comply with tax laws related to these kinds of payments. What if Capel isn't re-elected to the board or if he resigns because he didn't receive enough votes? In that case, his stock units will continue to vest even after he's no longer a director. This provides some security even if his board tenure ends. The agreement went into effect in February of 2025, but the salary reduction was effective starting in March. It's important to note that the other terms of his original agreement remain in place, except for the changes outlined in this amendment. If you want to dive into the nitty-gritty details, the original employment agreement and the amendment are available as exhibits to this report and previous filings. You can find them on the SEC website. So what does this all mean? From an outside perspective, Manhattan Associates is streamlining its leadership and adjusting compensation to match the new roles. The transition seems well planned, with protections in place for the former CEO while ensuring the company's interests are also looked after. Now, my take, this looks like a pretty standard transition agreement. Companies change leaders all the time, and it's crucial to have these arrangements in place to ensure a smooth handover and to protect both the company and the executives involved. From what I can see in this report, Manhattan Associates appears to be managing this transition responsibly. They're adjusting compensation fairly, providing reasonable protections, and keeping things above board. Of course, only time will tell how this leadership change will impact the company's performance, but from a corporate governance standpoint, this seems like a well-executed plan. That's all for this episode of Corporate Decoder. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of corporate filings. Thanks for watching.